Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault here today. And we are post 4.0 update still, of course, and we're going to be that way moving forward. And I wanted to show you a couple new things that I've done, figured out, and so forth and so on. So first off, let's take a look at our multi-tool. Look at that. 60 expansion spots now. So you're really going to be able to deck out your multi-tool with everything you want. And the need for multiple multi-tools is probably going to be a thing of the past with that new update, because you're going to have plenty of room for pretty much everything in there. I haven't done any more upgrades to it other than what was already in it on this character, but let me tell you what, I do plan on doing that. And while we're looking at upgrades, we fully upgraded a Starship, right? 60 technology slots. Okay, now we do have room, of course, to install some more stuff in there, but definitely not another 33, and probably not even with the 3 upgrades of each. So I'm holding out hope that Hello Games is going to allow us to put 6 of these upgrade modules in the technology slots. If not, well, I don't know. We'll see. It's a little frustrating. That's really the only, well, that's a big downside. The other downside is I honestly don't like having to scroll. It's kind of annoying, right? Especially when you get to your cargo. And look at that cargo. There's a ton of cargo. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 cargo slots. So that's pretty solid. And when you scan your ship, though, it's kind of weird because it still shows like an S-Class 160. And what's that 23? You know, is that it's probably a leftover stat or something like that they eventually will get rid of. And while we're looking at maxed out things, we also did our freighter. And the freighter also has 60 slots for technology. And as you can see, I've got no more stuff to install there, and I've got 3 of everything else in there, I believe. I don't think I'm missing anything. So definitely some room for more upgrades there. I mean, that would be cool. Unless they're going to be adding more modules in the future, I don't know. And of course the cargo, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. 120 cargo slots. So that's pretty solid. As you can see, now I haven't really juked these around a lot to maximize my hyperdrive range, but it's cut down to 47 or 4272. And if I'm not mistaken, I was up over 6,000 before, so I lost about 2,000 on the hyperdrive range, which sucks. But again, it's not the end of the world, right? So now with my ship, so I've got my 3 upgrades, my infra knife and my Q resonator. I went ahead to the pirate system here, and I looked around inside the pirate system, or at least inside the space station area. There doesn't seem to be anything new and interesting going on there. Everything looks to be pretty straightforward and standard, so we're just gonna kind of leave it at that right now. But I thought I had chosen there we go. We're gonna take on a pirate just to see how bad this weapon has been nerfed. So yeah, let's go take out this pirate real quick, because the infra knife with 6 upgrades just melted ships. Now that it's got its teeth taken out a little bit, we're going to have to see how effective it is. I'm sure it's still pretty effective, but again, I just want to take a look at it, make sure it's still a viable option and weapon. it's still powerful. But yeah, I can definitely feel the difference. The overheating doesn't seem to be an issue. It still cools off pretty quick, which is good. But yeah, this guy would have been dead already. Get these last couple of guys done. Yeah, if you're an Inferknife user and had a maxed out one with 6 upgrades as well as the Q resonator and all that, you're definitely going to feel the difference here. So there's that. Is it the end of the world? Nah, it's not the end of the world. But it's a little frustrating. I'll tell you one thing I'm really going to feel is the warping, especially when warping with a regular Starship. The freighter, it's not that big of a deal because, I mean, you know, between 4,000 and 5,000 light years is still quite a range, and it gives you a lot of options. But having the Starship down to, you know, and again, I haven't maxed him out yet and really fooled around with stuff, but 927, that sucks. That really sucks. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just going to take some adjusting in how the game is played to get a feel for that stuff. Now, another thing I wanted to look at is sending out frigate missions now, right? So we used to have missions go out that would cost almost nothing and come back in almost no time. Looks like there's still only 5 available. But let's send out a combat patrol, a 2-star combat patrol, and see how much fuel it costs and how long it's going to take to go 4356 light years, 4,356, so 7 hours. And we want high-level combat 2 and 3. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, it gives us 5 stars. Easy. 150 tons. That's not horrible, right? Not horrible at all. We'll go to the next guy. Oh, that's right. I only have one. This is my new character, so I've only got one of these on here. But let's see how this reacts. Is this the same? Fleet command station. Quest mine merge. Yeah, it's all pretty much operates the same way. Inspect the ships. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, I guess that's the extent of that. We'll have to see how long it takes to, or what kind of rewards we get when it comes back too. There may be some new stuff coming out for all I know. No idea. Let's see what else is going on. Alright, well, I noticed also, Hello Games just released a little patch. I guess it's the 4.03 patch, which fixes a number of issues that came out when the 4.0 update came out, like just a couple days ago. So they're pretty on top of things here. We'll go over these real quick. There's not a lot of them. But bug fixes, they fixed an issue that prevented the change craft amount option from working when crafting products. They fixed a number of issues affecting base power when enabled or disabled the auto power difficulty setting. They fixed an issue that prevented ship and multi-tool trade-in prices from being calculated correctly. Multi-tool trade-in price? I gotta look into that. Fixed an icon inconsistency in the journey records page. Oh, I guess when you're trading in for another one, not you can't sell it. All right, never mind. Fixed an icon inconsistency in the journey records page. Fixed an issue that caused audio corruption when upgrading inventory slots. Fixed a number of issues related to selecting the next inventory slot to be upgraded. That was a little wonky in the beginning. I do remember that. Fixed a UI issue that could make it difficult to expand inventories up to their intended maximum dimensions of 60 for technology and 120 for items. I guess that's all across the board there. That's cool. Fixed an issue that caused some doorways in freighter bases to become blocked. Fixed an issue that made it difficult for the living ship to land on planets. I had that problem when I was trying to land mine in the initial 4.0 look just to see what was going on with that ship. So good. Fixed a crash that could occur when pinning a completed journey milestone. Fixed a crash related to upgrading multi-tool inventories. And fixed a crash related to rendering. Fixed a number of memory-related crashes. So there's that. All right, well, cool. So a lot of little things have been patched out and fixed up, which is great. I don't know. I don't think I showed anybody this. This is something I thought was kind of cool. So remember the old salvage data, navigation data? They've been upgraded and they look a lot cooler now. Great icons. I mean, that's a minor thing. It's silly and all, but it's cool. And of course, there's the salvage data pod or data pod drop info, whatever it used to be called. Now it's a map for an exosuit, or a chart, exosuit upgrade chart. Factory override units now look like that. Salvaged frigate modules, multi-tool expansion slots, storage augmentations, cargo bulkheads, and salvaged frigate modules. What? There we go. Let's fix that. So, yeah, these things all have cool new looks to them, which I really dig, because they were kind of a little challenging to tell them apart before without looking at them directly. Now they're all color-coded and have all these cool little designs to them. A little three-way there and a little single. That's badass. And of course, here's these memory fragments. Now, I heard, and we're going to go check that out, I heard that they're back in the game. That was something from a previous expedition, and I guess it was gone. You couldn't get them anymore. But somebody gave my buddy one, and we went ahead and duped it and tried it out, and it upgrades exosuits, spaceships, all that kind of fun stuff. So I heard they're back, though, and that you can get them from travelers in star bases. So we're going to go check out a star base and see. Let's go check out this one here. Yeah, we're going to go check out one of these space stations, see if there's a traveler in there, and if there isn't, then I'll look around till I find one and we'll cut back. But we're going to go talk to him, offer him the 100 nanites. Even though we have all of the different glyphs for this character, I still want to try it out just to see if it works, because that would be kind of cool. It'd be kind of a neat thing to be able to get, and it would give us a reason to talk to travelers beyond the first batch of them until you get all your glyphs. Otherwise, they really didn't give you anything special. Now, I mean, yeah, you can upgrade ships and multi-tools with nanites, but that's a lot of nanites. I think it's 50,000 to get it up to S level, and then what is it, 30 and 20 to get it to B or to A and B, in that order. So it can be pretty pricey. If you don't have a lot of nanites, well, that's going to give you trouble. Alright, if we don't have a traveler here, I'll cut. And we will go check out another spot. So, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. What do you think of this 4.0 update? It's been very divisive. A lot of people are complaining about certain aspects of it, like, of course, the inability to use 6 upgrade modules, which, yeah, sucks. The ability to change your settings on the fly based on your game, which is cool. I get it. I like it in some ways, but in other ways, it's a little aggravating too. I mean, and we're going to try out some experimentation, but what's to stop me from starting a new character up on, let's say, creative mode, right? And I believe you get all the glyphs and everything in the beginning, and then just switching to a regular character. I guess it, for someone like me that's played the game for years, that's not bad. It's kind of cool because I can just fast track my way past all the BS and the opening stuff that I need to get. But then it just kind of takes the challenge out of everything. If I don't have to, if I could just go anywhere I want immediately, well, what's the fun in that, right? If I have all the upgrades right away immediately, what's the fun in that? It's kind of fun going out and earning them. Even if you got to go out there and fight and dupe them, you got to get that first thing, that first storage module, or that first batch of salvage data, or whatever. So, I get it. Now, you can't switch out hardcore, that's fine. You can't switch out stack sizes, that's fine. But everything else is pretty much good. So that's one argument that people don't like about it, that it kind of takes away the incentive to play, or puts everybody kind of on an even keel. But here's the way I look at it. This is a single-player game that has multiplayer interactions in it, right? It's not really a multiplayer game. I mean, my buddy and I get on and we'll go adventure together and stuff, and we'll compare ships and cool base builds and all that. But for the most part, it's a single-player experience. And the way I look at single-player games is play it however the hell you want. You know what I mean? It's your game. You spent $60 or whatever on it. Why would I even care? If you want to go in and start a new game and you're a day one player and you want to get everything right away, so you could just hop on in and play with the big boys right from the start, it doesn't impact me one way or the other. So there's that. I mean, and I get the frustration with some people. But one thing I really like about it, and this is good for me or anyone else who plays, is sometimes you played for a while and oh my god, the grind can be tough. You got a lot of grinding, and if you want to start a new game, a new character, just to do some experimentation, if you're a YouTuber like myself or many others that are out there and you want to do some instructional videos, well, now you have it. You can just hop right on in with a brand new character, get everything you want, and do some experimentation. And that's cool. That is really cool. All right, well, we're going to look around. I'll be back when I find one. Well, I had to show you this. I have not seen this before. I mean, we just warped to a new system, and from a distance it looks like, I don't know, confetti or something, and you fly through it and it's just a bunch of bubbles of many different colors. That is cool. Can you shoot them? No? Okay. Alright. I don't know if that's just something I've never come across before, or if that's a new visual upgrade. We'll have to find out. But we're here at another space station, so let's hope there's a traveler here. I know I meant to bring you back when I found one, but hey, it is what it is, right? That I had to share. Alright, give me a traveler up here. Yeah, and of course there's none. Of course there's none. I don't know if these guys, I haven't really checked with these guys if they do anything different yet. Let's see. I'll accept the gift. There's some basic credits. And yeah, I know I've looked at these guys. I didn't notice any new missions or anything like that. Yeah, kill predators, kill creatures. I'll salvage frigate module. That's a nice little gift. So, well, let's look at these. Yeah, multi-tool expansion slot. So it looks like these have been... I don't normally see those a lot in rewards, so that's kind of cool. It looks like it's making it easier to get those items for your ship and your multi-tool and all that. So we'll be back. Well, what do we got here? A traveler. Let's talk to him and see what happens and we give him 100 nanites. So, alright, gave us 101 there. We'll give him 100 back. Here's 100. And he gives us directions to a place of interest, just like before. Cool. So I had to jump a few times, a few different systems, and in each and every system, I've been upgrading my exosuit little by little here. You know, I got to fix all these things and all. I haven't really messed with it yet, but I've been fixing it and upgrading it because I want to get to the max of it. I think we're going to take some of those drop pod coordinates, those maps, and see what they're about and how easy or challenging the drop pods are now. I hear that it's been made a lot easier, which hopefully is cool, because before you'd find a drop pod, you know, yeah, you would need some materials to fix it, no big deal, but sometimes you'd search for another one, it would take you back to the same one, and it was kind of a pain. But I hear they fixed that, which will be great, because if that's the case, then you get a bunch of those. You can just go through and really start upgrading that exosuit quickly. Now, another thing, it looks like they severely nerfed the cost of upgrades for your exosuit when you're on a space station, so that's cool. I've been buying those slots, and I remember before they were in the several hundreds of thousands, and it's not like that anymore, so that is a great change. I will gladly take it. Alright, let's check this puppy out and see what's going on here. Alright, I found a grave. Extract the technology. And a memory fragment. So look at that. A memory fragment. The memory will manifest as an important technology upgrade to aid you on your travels. Absorb this memory with the square button. So it's for the pulse spitter. So so these other ones, I gotta bring my ship here. Ship or multi-tool task upgrade. Let's check that out. Max class reached. Okay, so that type that I have turns into or upgrades your stuff, whereas that new one becomes a prepackaged impact igniter unit or an installable technology package, which is pretty much the same as a module, only it's, I mean, the difference is pretty much cosmetic because it just looks different, but it's functionally the same. I wonder if those are... So they sell for nanites too. Okay, I was going to say, I wonder if once it's been used... Let's get rid of some of these. Once it's been used, if it becomes a... something you can sell for units, but no, it remains sellable for nanites. Alright. Well, that's interesting to know. Let's move on. Alright, well, we talked about drop pod maps, so let's take a look at one of these little upgrade, or these exosuit upgrade charts, as they're called now, instead of the drop pod coordinate data. So we detected one. And where is it? It is off planet. Alright, so we're going to have to fly up to it, which is fine. But let's see what it takes to fix one of those. And I wonder if we can reuse the repair kits. That'd be kind of cool if we can use the repair kits, because those are easy to farm, or at least they were. I imagine they're still just as easy to farm. We'll have to look into that. There's so much to look into after an update, because they don't always tell you everything in patch notes and all that, and as players go through the game and discover things, you'll see the differences. I think we might start a new, a fifth or sixth character at this point, I don't know, whatever, just to try out and see what it's like, what the progression is like. I'm really interested in seeing what it's going to take to make money early on, because I know we're suffering with the loss of what do these guys want? Here, Forge Passport, you can piss off. Yeah, they didn't like that. Well, boys, looks like we're gonna have a little combat with some Sentinels. And you know what? That's kind of cool, because we're gonna get some Sentinel Glass out of this, I believe. Let's see how, I've been wanting to see how that works anyway, so yeah, let's check it out. There we go, we'll land. We're out, and Sentinels are searching. Alright, so where was the drop pod? And there's a Sentinel. Alright, Scatter Blaster seems pretty effective still. Hey, dude. Alright, well, I really didn't want to do this right now, so we're just going to go dig a hole and hang tight for a minute. While these guys go away. And where was that damn drop pod? Is that it this direction? It looks like it's that way. Oh, there it is. Alright, we're gonna have to... Really, you're detecting me? Here, you know what? We'll just start moving until we get there. I'll see you guys there. Alright, here's a drop pod. So, what's it take to fix it? An antimatter housing, sodium nitrate, and carbon nanotubes. And there we go, we get an upgrade. Perfect. Alright, so there's one. Let's see how close by the next one is. So nothing crazy on fixing those things, or, you know, getting them upgraded. Is that one off planet? 11 hours. We'll be back. 11 hours later. Nah, just kidding. Alright, of course we grabbed our ship and flew over because, yeah. We're just going to check out this next one, and then we're going to go ahead and move on, because these are kind of cool. So again, we got an antimatter housing, sodium nitrate, and carbon nanotubes. So all of these things are pretty easy to build, right? Let's take a look real quick. Carbon nanotube. And where's the antimatter housing? There it is. So oxygen, ferrite dust, and then the other one just uses carbon. So very, very simple to fix these things. And then, of course, the sodium nitrate, you can get sodium anywhere. Whoops. We backed out of that too quick. Add another one in technology. That's the one I'm most interested in. Storage is storage. We all know how that goes. Hey, cool creature. Does scanning feel faster? Maybe a touch. Haven't really messed with it yet. What must be a touch faster. Huh. Alright. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I've been killing some creatures and all that because I just want to see if any types of new meats or anything. I haven't seen any yet. Haven't. I saw some ugly ass creatures. Boy, reloading sure feels slow, but probably because I don't have the upgrades on this gun. Well, no, it wouldn't affect this gun. I'll have to look into that. Alright, well, we're going to go kill a bunch of creatures so we can go back to the space station, collect our rewards, and see what we get for all those. And I'll catch you at the space station. Alright, so let's trade in these missions here. See, we're getting a larva course, but look at that. Salvage frigate modules, storage augmentations, multi-tool expansion slots. These things are definitely well worth doing again, especially for a brand new player. I mean, you can run around looking for salvage data, you know, on planet surface, easy enough. Storage augmentations are a little harder to find because you got to buy and break down ships, and if you're not using high level ships, then it really can, you know, or buying high level ships, it can really be a challenge because you don't get many from low level ships. And then there's multi-tool expansion slots. Those are a little tougher to come by. I don't find those very often. Salvage frigate. So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff going on there. We're gonna do one more thing, and then we're gonna wrap up this episode. So let me find a nice planet to hang out on. All right, so the last thing we're gonna look at today is going to be Sentinel salvaged glass, the purple glass that we get from killing sentinels. So let's start breaking this stuff down. See if we get anything new and interesting from it. We made a bunch of them, so we're just going to do this. Break most of them down. I'll leave a stack of 10 so I can store it. It looks like so far we're getting the same stuff that we had before. Not really noticing anything new and interesting yet. I figure busting up 40 or, 40 some odd of them will give us at least a look at what we stand to gain here. Alright, so we got a quantum computer, we got 15 altogether exosuit fragments, Sentinel exosuit fragments, and look at that, they stack up to 10 now, which is fantastic. Can't tell you how awesome that is. Hydraulic wiring, magnetic resonators, of course the Sentinel weapon shards, some Viking effigies, antimatter, and lemium. So, alright, no big deal there. Well, let's check out these puppies here. So, yeah, we get 2 upgrades on that. Let's move this down here. I don't think... Okay, they stack with the defense system, but not that. Alright, well, let's try a couple more out just for fun. See if we get anything that's like super spectacular with 4 different upgrades on it. Fuel efficiency, core health. Alright, so let's keep the core health ones. We'll get rid of that. Or actually, we'll store these. Oh no, we'll get rid of them, because if it doesn't have core health, we don't want it. And it's not like we can put these on another exosuit. There's only one in existence, right? Alright, so we got those. And that gives us back some, other little odds and ends. Let's do the rest of them real quick. We'll just do 3 more, and then we'll do the weapons one just for fun. Anything good out of here? No core health. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we do have the little no core health in that though. How unfortunate. That one has core health. That one doesn't. 4 upgrades though. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's look at the weapon shard one. I think this clicks with. Yeah, clicks with the bolt caster, right? So reload time at fire rate. I've heard a couple different things regarding those, like that they work for all weapons, but they only stack with the bolt caster. So not 100% sure on this right now. So anyway, you get the idea. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. I do these videos daily, and you can see what's up as we look deeper and deeper into this 4.0 Waypoint update. I will be starting a new character on it. Yeah, I will. Just so we can kind of do another quick start guide. I just did one a month or two ago, and it's probably somewhat out of date now. It definitely is. So we're definitely going to work on that. Leave a like on the video down below and let me know in the comments section what you think of some of these new updates and how things work. I know it's, again, very divisive, but the more I'm looking into it, the less upset I am about the nerfs. And I have a feeling, when I look at something like this, 60 upgrade slots, I'm thinking they're gonna let us double up and maybe do 6, especially if we all cry enough on Reddit, right? All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to share us on social media. Until then, peace.